And welcome to Watch Your Mouth. It's the first 10 seconds of a YouTube stream, dickhead. Welcome to Watch Your Mouth. We're here for a special interview, and we decided today we're going to be a little bit generous to you guys. The rest of the card wasn't meant to be announced till tomorrow, but we decided tonight we're actually going to tell you all the battles that are on it, and then tomorrow you can look at the card. So we'll be getting predictions from Camira as well as seeing what he says about being back. So introduce yourself, fellas, because fuck.
DK 1.5. Watch your mouth.
Camira, 456. Can't say former battle rapper anymore.
No. Oh wait, well technically you can.
I still am a former.
Yeah, until you've actually stood in the ring. That's
I'm
like
doing dope shit. What's up?
Try it from the other perspective. Instead of saying former battle rapper, just say formerly washed up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this just took a turn for the worst.
Hey, look, if for any viewers from last night, you watch me get roasted for 2 hours straight. I'm serving everyone tonight.
Not us.
You started it.
Me and Dusky were your biggest supporters.
Nope. You and Dusky are copping it tonight.
I'm waiting for people to sound off in the comments, say what up. We can see he's chilling around and everything. But
Dusky's still typing his first comment.
Yeah, they're like getting full blown into it. But anyway, fucking getting right into it. How does it feel to be back, knowing that you'll be back? Well, if you're not.
Yeah, back. I mean, I was formerly washed up, and now I'm gonna be jumping into the ring. It's exciting, man. All the feelings from when I used to do it come back, which is good. It's exciting.
I could see at the last event there was a little bit of glimmer in your eye. It was like watching fucking.
I was high and.
Yeah,
it's like watching a child being.
Yeah, it was just like what.
It's like
it was a rebirth.
Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed because I didn't want to jump back in this early.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I dragged you back.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Well, like, I really didn't want to. And then after the event, like on the way home, I was like writing bars already. Fuck these guys, man. Because I genuinely was like, I just want to be a fan. I just want to hang out. I just want to enjoy this shit. And now I've got to go to work.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little bit like that. Hey, that's why I get to enjoy it. No offense to people, but I'm enjoying the fact I'm back from the curtain for a little bit. Like, I don't have to be on there. It's so refreshing.
It is kind of cool, man. Like, but also from my perspective, being able to battle and not have to actually win the event.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I've been saying.
Different level of stress that I don't have to worry about.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying to people. I'm expecting great things from Cam because he did great things back when he had a lot of weight on his shoulders as to the rest of the thing.
All right. We don't have to give E-Tang more material. I had weight on my shoulders. Fucking hate this streamer.
I'm going home. You guys are fucking doing it again. No, but yeah, like with like all the fucking
2 hours of this. I just sit here and set me up for 2 hours.
2 hours. Last night was a short stream, bro. We're going for like 4.5 tonight.
It's because South don't know.
And we've
got an extra half hour every.
We've got good internet, so it's not running off my phone. I can go home. You guys stay here.
Jesus, don't attempt it. They'll be sitting here and playing like random beats.
Just imagining like Jeffrey Dahmer and a Twitch camera. Just you don't leave until.
Yeah, no. Pardon that feeling that you're coming back and just the overall sense of coming back and knowing that there's actual trajectory of where you want to go, or is it just you want to come back and
check the audio?
Good shit, as you used to.
No, you used to.
Yeah. I've come to leech off the great things that you guys are doing. Felt like that's
a good call.
Yeah.
After 1.5 events, I thought now was the right time to do that. No, I definitely have. Look, there's a couple things here. I've been around for a while, and at this point, I was looking to, like, I guess, almost bridge the gap between the older generation and the new generation. I want my inclusion to hopefully motivate some people and have them, level up and step up their pen and performance and all that stuff, but also I've got some things that I would like to achieve still in battle rap.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is a good opportunity for me now instead of when you guys are filling 2,000-3,000 people venues.
Exactly, and this is the thing: if you're jumping in early, and this goes to like anyone, if you're watching this later and you're like an old school battler and you're a new school battler, if you're coming and doing the work early and helping us build, it's only going to mean that we're going to pay you back within like pushing you as a star and everything like that. Because the thing is, you're helping us.
It's like Bitcoin. Invest early.
Yeah.
10 years' time, if you didn't, you're going to be biting ass.
And with that, we're launching our own coin. Watch your coins.
Yeah. No, it's what's your money. It's like it's just a mouth with an M inside. Which leads me to my next point. I want to segue to our brand new sponsor. Well, it's not our brand new sponsor.
It's our most loyal sponsor. All right, boysies, listen.
Oisies.
Manscaped has been a staunch sponsor of our program for a long time. This stuff is killer, brus. It'll shave your all bays. It'll shave your chest. It'll shave your nana's chest. It'll shave all the rest with the Lawnmower 4.0. Manscaped.com.
/watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth, watch your balls for 20% off. Let's oge. Let's oge. Alright, next question.
And for legal reasons, we are not actually sponsored by them. Manscaped, reach out to us.
Yeah, please reach out to us, even if it's a cease and desist. We'd love to hear conversation, and you might see our side of the picture, and you might understand why actually sponsoring us might be a smart idea.
Yeah, I mean, Omar's a really hairy dude. I ain't gonna lie. We could just do a live shaving to promote the thing.
See if we can get a sponsorship for that plan we have when we get 100 subscribers.
Mate, speaking of that,
Send us,
if you're not watching right now and you're also not subscribed, hit the subscribe button.
Wait, maybe getting him to show his stomach off on a stream might be good for us. We'll get sponsored by Carpet Court.
I literally saw it at the side of my eye, and this it hurts now.
I had
You got wrong burn on your eye. Alright, yeah, and when it comes to it, what did you think of the last event, like, as in the crowd's responsiveness and everything like that?
Yeah, no, I was really impressed. I was impressed with not only the numbers but the way they interacted and they were supportive. And that's a big part of why I want to come back as well.
Yeah.
So
I heard from a lot of people, they said like that was one of the most responsive crowds they'd ever seen in battle rap period, like for Australia. So
it was good.
Yeah. And even though it was a small crowd, you're always going to get that with a small crowd though. If people are popping off and loving it, then it's going to be
like their friend. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then their friends are going to invite their friends, and their friends are going to invite their friends, and then before you know it, it's like a 2,000 person venue, and you're just like shoulder to shoulder.
And before you know it, the bar staff are talking all through the rounds. In a completely different language, which is even more frustrating because now your brain's gone in two different directions. You're telling them to shut up. They can't understand you because they don't speak the same language. It was Alhamdulillah to everyone sitting at home.
But no, I think it's been nothing but good thing. And since we got DK here, we actually have asked him, what did you think of the crowd on the night since you performed?
For the most part, everyone was pretty well behaved. Like, going into it, I was a little bit stressed, thinking, like, was everyone going to get too rowdy and it was just going to be hectic, because that's how local shit always goes these days. But everyone was mostly behaved, except for a few people that were, like, talking in between rounds. But once they got yelled at by Soap on myself a couple of times, they were all shit. So, but yeah, no, it was a pretty good night. Like, the crowd were really good. Like, they reacted well to a lot of bars as well. So.
That's good news. Anything else you want to add to that, like your experience there? Do you have anything to piss you off?
I can't remember much of that night after my battle, to be honest. I rocked up to the venue, sat in a corner by myself until it was time to battle, drank a heap of piss afterwards, did some other things I can't mention on Twitch. And, yeah, so.
I was really impressed with his performance. I mean, I'd seen him like freestyle at the event before that. But in terms of the actual performance, actual battles, there was in his performance, like not just his writing, but there was like a level of experience and confidence that like I wasn't expecting. And that was really good to see because like otherwise you're just showing up and saying some words.
Exactly.
But him and Oscar both had great performances. So yeah.
You know, 100%. They were like, there were performances, in my opinion. Like, E-Tang was dope, yeah. Like, you knew he was going to be dope, but they were performances tonight because of the fact that they were brand new fucking battlers and they were still putting on.
Yeah.
Like, let's put it this way: if that battle had happened by dudes that were 5 deep, E-Tang and Pell still battles tonight. The fact that they were 1 deep, it just proves that like the level was like there to be taken. Because if you take your like where you're at now and put it into comparison of where E-Tang and everything will be or are within the same time period, E-Tang's like 4 or 5 battles deep. What are you going to be like 4 or 5 battles deep? Because you're already like semi there.
Mm.
That's what the whole like in aspect of like, because other people will be like, oh, but these people had like a crowd going and people like were fucking because they're already known characters.
Mm.
It's like fucking when someone's in wrestling trying to become a known character. You don't see them rock up the first night and have the crowd going absolutely fucking mental.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, leading on to the next thing, what do you think of your opponent?
Look, Ethan's a really nice guy. I genuinely, you know, I've been supportive of him this whole time. I was the one that put him on. I was the one that, you know, made him who he is. Nah, look, honestly, that wasn't even a really good shot.
It's got a sun in.
I should have really No, look, I genuinely I do like the reason why I was happy to give him this opportunity is because of the fact that I like him. I think that he has a lot of potential. I think that for the brand, he could be somebody that with a bit more experience and a bit more uh, higher level of opportunities.
Yeah.
He could become.
And not just a higher level of opportunities, actually reaching them opportunities too. Because that's what people are going to realize. Like, you can be like, oh yeah, he battled this person or he battled this person. But if, like, you can be like, yeah, he battled him. But if it seemed like a one-sided wash, people aren't really going to progress. You know what I mean?
Right. No, that's right. Like, if he completely shits the bed against him, then
yeah, exactly.
Maybe he's not ready for another opportunity.
Exactly. And so you like, this isn't like, you put him down, not like down in the fucking beginners or nothing like that. But I'm saying when people get opportunities and don't deliver, like I've been in that same position.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
He who shall not be named, it she thing that says they battle internationally, going internationally, getting bodied.
Yeah,
You're not an international battle rapper if you've been over there and you get bodied and sent back home. You just went on holiday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you said that so they don't hear it, but you're all good.
Yeah. You're bang on the money. Just don't say it.
Just don't say it again. It's like she's
not a mod.
No, it's a monster.
Dude, can we?
Bro, have you got
hard talk?
No, we'll talk about it in between the breaks.
Okay.
Don't
know the story.
Don't mention names.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can go, he shall not be named.
Oh, right.
On his Facebook pictures, man, like cause in person she's like fat as fuck, right? But then, like on her social media photos, she'll be like standing in front of a fence, and like like back in like the real meme era where you take the piss out of those anorexic bitches, and she'll be standing in front of like a set of stairs, like that, bro. It's so fucking obvious, man. And there's a whole comment section of dudes being like, "Oh my god, you are so hot," and it's like, "Oh my god, man,
you are so not."
Jeez. What's your story anyway?
No, at that first event. See, honestly, what happened was because I'd been away for a while. Just I wasn't on social media. I didn't go to events. I didn't do anything. And then I saw that Myths was performing. And I was like, it's my boy.
Yeah.
I'll go support him. And then it was like the day before the event. I like Googled to see where it was and all that stuff. I was like, oh, it's a rap battle event. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. So I showed up and this is all Myths. Show up and support Myths. And like I get there and Omar's like, yeah, come in, yeah, like I told you last night. This guy,
I was
he's
just
like,
fanboying at them.
he frothed the beard. It was crazy.
He fluffed it to bed.
And yeah, like she who shall not be named was there.
Yeah.
And I've been around battle rap for a very long time, so obviously the name and the personality is somebody that we know. But I've never seen or been around her in person. And at one point, she like tried to get everybody together to take a photo, and like I casually just like walked out of the photo because I was like, I don't want to be part of this with you. But like, yeah, she was like trying to grab everybody left, right, and center, like get in this photo, and I was like, no, I don't think
No.
Anyway, that's what she was.
That was a good call because you know what? Everyone who
Was in that photo.
got made fun of in a group chat. Reasons.
I'll just say there was a bit of poaching going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poaching, potential poaching, and I was like, yeah, if people are willing to be poached, then go do your dead end.
A lot of poaching and like real exaggerations of resumes. Like you know how like when you really want a job and you just fake it to your mates, and then you just don't quite actually make it.
And that's before you know you're in your own battle league.
Yeah, that's what she was doing, but she was saying like, I'm like an international battle rapper.
I like how he looks at you for that, and he does it. He's like, no, you're good, bro. Like, I got a policy on to pick with you, buddy. Oh.
Yeah, so she was telling everyone that she's like an international battle rapper, and everyone looked her up and was like, yeah, you got bodied. Why did you even bother going?
Who was the opponent international?
No one would know. Trust me, I didn't even know who they were.
And trust me, I've tried looking for that specific battle everywhere. I cannot find it. And
You
like,
keep forgetting to remind me to find it for you because I somehow found it.
The
Me and Inde found it.
The only battles I knew were the ones.
Yeah, no, there's apparently one like from, and it's just like the same bullshit. It's like, how can. We're moving on.
We're getting
losing viewers.
We're gaining viewers now. They're like, oh, give us the dirt, please. You can go back and watch that. But
Good evening to everyone who's just tuned in.
alright, since we had the announcement tonight, right? Alright, well.
Alhamdulillah again to everyone sitting at home. They love it when I do that. Just so he gets stressed because we might get banned if we do that.
No, it's all good.
Oh, so it's free, right?
No.
Should I say the other one?
But the same thing is said in English as well. You're just saying the Arabic version.
What does it mean?
Grace be to God.
Well, I wish you did it. Does that mean I can say the other one?
No, just fucking leave it for now.
The one that runs a snack bar?
I can't guarantee someone won't be offended if reports it. Because I'm not offended, but other people might.
Okay, leave it.
Topic.
Dude, back to topic. You pretty much covered what you expect from him and everything, so I'm not even going to bother asking that because it'll sound like a broken record. If you weren't here for it, guess what? Watch again when it gets uploaded. Moving on to the second battle of the night. Hell versus Someone Sick. What do you expect to happen with that?
That's going to be a really good battle. They're both funny. They're both. I feel like, admittedly, I have seen more Hell battles than I have Someone Sick battles. That's not me trying to.
Oh yeah, Someone Sick.
Pell against E-Tang was really good. I feel like look, honestly, I feel like if he can just like sharpen his performance a little bit. The piece he did where he answered the phone and he was talking to the guy about the job interview and stuff like that. That could have been done a lot better in my opinion. But that's also where experience and being able to command a crowd, right? With more experience and more skills in terms of performance, he could have had everyone shut up before he answered the phone call and really sold it a lot better.
Yeah.
But I did like the concept. I just didn't think it was
actually
executed as well.
Do you think it's all about like clean execution when it comes to theatrics like that? So like you gotta respect him for trying like to do something that fucking difficult because not many people actually try it.
Like in my opinion though, because it shifted from the bars to like he's answering a phone call. I saw a lot of people be like, "What is he doing?" Because there was nothing that
Set it up, yeah, I know.
right. But I did like the idea. I like the concept. I don't have enough to say about someone sick because I don't know that much in terms of his performances or his battles. I know he freestyled at the last event. And if we're going off that alone, I'm sure he's going to lose really bad.
Big shout out, someone sick. He's slightly less whack than everyone else.
Yeah, it's something. Continue.
I feel like, look, I'm going to say hell 2-1. But I hope someone sick, you know, hears this and actually, you know, does something good. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, fucking oath. Alright, what do you think?
I'm gonna sound biased, but I think someone sick's got it in the bag. Like he's just like look, he's full of some.
He's giving him daggers from the background. That's why.
Actually, the winning vote.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Something.
Yeah, you know who I thought it's gonna be.
Oh.
It's gonna be Pell 3-0.
No, you're not racist.
Yeah. You're the underdog for this one, my friend. Yeah, that's right. Oh, you will watch.
Oh, you will watch.
No, it'll probably be Pell 2-1. But I guarantee that Sick will take one of the rounds very convincingly. Like that's the way I'm
But
saying.
why do you feel Pell will win?
I feel Pell will win just because when it comes down to like the experience and the big crowd, like fucking last time he battled, it fucking wasn't exactly the massive crowd, and like before that, he doesn't have one. You know what I mean? Someone sick.
Are we allowed to be making it clear that he's sitting over there?
Yeah.
No, we were doing that here. Oh, who is he?
No, he's the well, I haven't seen him on camera, so
I was just sitting there thinking out loud.
He's talking to as he's watching.
Yes, someone sick is in the building.
Someone sick in the building. This is where we get to the juicy parts. If you're sitting there, sound off in the comments. I want to see like 4 or 5 more comments before I go drop fucking the battles that haven't been announced. Come on, boys.
We're going to tell some secrets tonight.
That's right. We're going to tell some secrets. We're going to predict some secrets. Yeah, where's Dusty?
Are you able to see what accounts are watching, Shane?
Not right there. I think you have to go to edit the layout studio mode. So it's fucking. Wait, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna check something quickly. Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Go home.
This happened last night where you're like, any more fucking questions? And you're like, I have a question. Can I ask a question? That was my question.
That was a good setup.
I was like, thank fuck, this is the guy that I am entrusting my return to battle rap to.
Yeah, you know, you're.
To be fair, I'm not a matchmaker.
To be.
Hey, no, to be
I'm
fair,
safe in your hands.
he had us all wrapped around his finger until we all realised he wasted our time. So it was pretty well executed.
He did the same thing when I came back.
Yeah. Pretty. Oh, we're gonna be sitting here for a while. Then people not dropping them comments. They're just sitting there watching. Like, you think this is for free, mate? We need interaction.
Drop comments, people.
Yeah.
Say g'day.
Last time I was on,
Make fun of someone.
Yes, we do.
Exactly. We got
Sam
Oscar the Disciple.
Oh, yeah, he's
Sam
coming.
Oscar,
Yeah.
don't make me. You'll get us banned on Twitch.
Yeah, we can't say that one, but you know exactly what rhymes with it. Yeah, you know exactly what rhymes with it.
I mean, technically speaking, I could say what rhymes with it on my own account.
Yeah, but then you get split.
Yeah.
You get banned because I
Yeah,
get our
yeah,
moderators
that's
to ban you.
Can I just say, I was really impressed with Oscar's performance. That was, I mean, I'd seen his promo track, but that was his first battle, right?
He's a deceptively intimidating fella.
It was really dope. It was, and you know what? To be honest, like I'd heard before that, like quote unquote Christian rapper, and you kind of go like, but he was so good, and I really enjoyed watching him battle. So I hope he gets the battle again soon.
Even he's like pretty self-aware about it because like we spoke about it and like even he was like, yeah, no one was expecting me to come what I did, but like he got a mad kick out of it. You could tell he was just like, yeah, I completely just tricked everyone.
That
I
was
just came with some
insane.
hectic shit.
So good.
Hell yeah. Anyone want to drop two more comments? Two more comments. I'm just gonna act like a homeless man at a bus station for change until you guys start dropping.
You got 2 comments for the bus.
Yeah,
please,
two
brother?
comments for the bus bros.
Yeah,
That's
cheers,
flammable,
Bugsy.
dude. You gotta split that over 2 comments.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, come on, another comment. Like staff comments don't count, mate. I wasn't counting on them.
Where's Bevo, man? It's
Yeah,
just
what's-
not right without
Yeah,
him.
I'll send him a message.
Wait,
F words.
Bugsy, can you call Bevo and just make sure he knows we're streaming, bro?
Yeah, this has hurt my soul, man.
I'll send him a picture of you guys. This is for Bevo. Turn around, everyone. Go on. There we go.
There we go, fellas. All right, they did. There we go. All right, sweet. There we go. That's enough comments. You know what?
Yeah,
We'll get
Bugsy,
into it.
relax, man. You're gonna crash the stream.
Yeah, you're being too hectic, bros. All right, the first unannounced battle of evolution is drum roll, please.
Can we try and make him guess?
Yeah, actually, let's make his guess.
Oh, Camira's in the chat. Shout outs to Camira.
Those guys are cool.
He really is in the chat.
You know, the last time I was here, my kids were at home watching the stream on my account. While I'm sitting here, I comment on there, like picking or some shit, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, nah, you can't guess. Someone else has got to guess. Yours isn't a guess. Yours is a telling them.
Especially being a man.
And strawberry to them.
Right, wait. Okay. Verse.
Ooh.
Come here.
It's like, God damn it, 2 colours in one night. Oh, I guess. Nah, it is. Oh shit, the fucking viewers just picked up. People got told that they were missing out on the announcement.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
look
shit.
out.
Alright, let's bring it back. Alright. It is Decay versus Fetus.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Oh shit. There's going to be some bad vibes. There's going to be some sick rhymes. You know, it's going to be a good night. And it's going to be a long fight after they're done outside.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You stretched that so far.
Yeah, I know. That was a reach.
Okay, so DK was the guy who bleached his hair and wore a red jumper the same way as that Camira guy.
Yeah.
I noticed that at the event. There was another guy that noticed it at the event too, and I just want to let you know that he knows that you copied me. Anyway,
You copied me, man. I told you. This is like,
listen.
you know the Rick and Morty theory that I was telling you about?
Yeah.
You copied me, lad.
I feel like I look like what you would look like if you ate yourself.
Hey, in all fairness, I'm just gonna say on my Instagram archives, there's photographic evidence, proof that I do this every time I have a mental breakdown. I
Nobody
bleach my
follows you on Instagram. I'm so loud.
My sister follows me on Instagram.
Does she
Shout
follow
out to
you on
Peter's
TikTok?
sister. Yeah, she follows me on TikTok.
Oh shit!
Shout out, follows me on Facebook. too.
Before we keep going, alright.
Okay, well that's 3-0. Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. DK's already won 3-0.
So that's your prediction, DK 3-0?
3-0, and I didn't even have to root your sister.
Look, I've known a fetus for a while. And again, nice guy. I feel like his performance also needs a bit more control, a bit more polishing. I was very impressed with DK. I mentioned that.
He just needs to tuck it in a bit, you know.
Tuck it in.
Bring his arms a little bit closer to his body.
Wow. Okay, this is my prediction, not yours. You can save yours for your little promo.
Yeah, so good. You don't even get to have a prediction here.
Oh, I got to have a prediction last time.
Yeah, because he wasn't your opponent that time.
Can't even predict me an Oscar, remember?
Yeah, I know, but you weren't as up yourself as you are now.
That's a good call.
Admittedly, DK did have one of the performances of the night. He's a nice guy too.
He's not. You're trying to justify why you're voting for him because he just like tried to roast you. But you still think he's gonna win?
Nah. He's over the last 2.5 days, he's become like a little brother to me. Nah.
And since you went on that fishing trip,
Yeah. And
Ever since we went on that band camp,
I feel like DK is going to win quite convincingly. I feel like if his if his performance is anything like what it was against Oscar, and his writing is at the same level, then why am I speaking like he's not in the room? If you if you're not shit, you'll win.
I'm not shit.
You're not shit now, but
The jury's
on the
the shit.
night, if you do what you did against Oscar, then I think you will win quite convincingly. That's my opinion. What about you guys?
He might be the.
I don't know if Bodzi can have an input on this.
no, Bodzi can. He doesn't have no judging or anything like that. He's the fucking tryout host. He just helps manage the night.
Bozzie's probably
He'll be
cracking
coming
the
with
chicks right now, being like, yeah, they were just telling me to chill out with the comments. Now they want me to comment.
Fuck all these guys.
What do you guys consider tryout?
Tryout is like for instance people that haven't battled before, or like someone. For instance, if we do a DK event, we probably do someone like say it's just Decay versus like someone else that's well known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you got fucking like Decay versus hypothetically speaking, let's say well, hypothetically speaking, let's say Oscar and fucking him wanted to run it back, and we had like a tryout. They could slip into the main event because they're not quite there yet, but they're not tryout level. And then you'd have like obviously your tryouts under that. So
I feel like since becoming friends with him, Decoy. It's gonna make what I'm about to say.
Someone clip that.
Given the friendship that I have made with DK, I feel like he's been trying to slip in the main event for.
He's trying to steal your thunder, is he?
It was a sexual joke.
Oh.
Which makes it even better that I called him Decoy.
I'll slip in and it wouldn't even touch the sides.
Fucking fine, you shit now. Yeah, fucking
mean thing to say.
alright.
I just complimented you. I said,
bro, I just
You're
saw.
not, I'm going for the main event, alright?
I just saw an opening. You know.
Alright.
it's like, get it done.
Get off the car.
People meet about you can't.
Moving on. Who do you think is going to win? Did you want your prediction?
DK 3-0 body. You already heard my predictions involving the sister. And
Alright, damn. I'm just gonna move on from his prediction because that's pretty obvious what he's about to say, and I value our Twitch account.
Who is your prediction?
I love fucking voting against him because it just pisses him off.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, but here's the thing: I think it's not gonna be like my prediction last time was pretty spot on. I said it wasn't gonna be a clear body for either one of them, and they were both gonna fucking come out and do good shit.
Yep.
This time, it's gonna be the same thing, but both of them will be performing on a better level. But the thing is, it's whether they have breathability. It all comes down to who's going to perform better, I think, in this, because they're both going to be on a decent level of riding. It's just who's really this crowd riding with on the night and who gets their shit off cleaner.
Sure. Yep.
It could come down to who gets the fucking round, who gets to go first. But
out of curiosity, how do you feel about Watch Your Mouth staff battling?
see, this is the thing. This is exactly the way I see it. When it comes to staff, right? It's the matchmakers and stuff like that, the ones that I feel can't ever be ranked, such as me and Bodsy and people like that are actually in the matchmaking stuff.
Not true. Bodsy's number one. Move on.
shout out, Bodsy.
Shut up, Bodsy. But yeah, I feel like we can't be ranked, and like doing judge battles is just unjust.
Yeah.
So what I'd rather do is just be that dude that does like non-judge battles, like people can think what they want to think, because I'm not out to take a victory from anyone.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when you're in a position of power, people are going to be like, "Oh, I'll vote for him because he'll think of it,
Yeah.
he'll remember it," and I don't want people to be like, "Oh, do him a favor." So like, if I'm gonna do judge battles, it won't be on our league. So that's just the way I see it.
So to deviate from the original prediction thing that we were doing, when I returned, when I was playing Real Talk, I put myself in the gauntlet at the first event, and battle broadcast, because I felt like no matter what I had achieved as a rapper in Adelaide, and I was now known because I was putting on these events, I didn't want anybody to feel like I was
just taking the spot because it was
yeah. But I thought it was very important that I earned my spot.
Yeah.
However, there was also a feeling of like I can't ever get to that point where I book myself an international or something crazy like that.
This is
How do you feel about that? Say you were to return.
This is the thing. It would come down to like I have to fucking absolutely shut shit down of whoever I'm battling, and then even then I'd have to have the rest of the staff telling me, "Oh, we need to give you someone that isn't from this circuit because we think you're at that level." But like, if it was just my personal opinion, I'm not doing it because everyone's gonna think their shit don't stink when they come off the back of this battle.
Yeah.
But if the rest of the staff are telling me like, "Oh, dude, we think that you could become really marketable," and then I'd start looking into it.
I agree. Feel like it's probably one of those things as well. If the scene is also behind it. I mean, it's hard because the scene with politics in the past and how divided it has been at some points. No matter what, like even if you do have great performance after great performance, for whatever reason, it might not always be appreciated.
This is the thing. It comes down to battle rap. There's no judging criteria. So it's like, well, some might be dope to someone, might be shit to someone else, and then it's just about that general appeal. The person who has the most general appeal and can like get the most people on their side are the marketable stars.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it really comes down to whose cup of tea is fitting into the most cups of tea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who's actually fucking who's actually who's actually no, moving on. We're gonna go about this getting weird, but yeah, if it come down to who's actually marketable across like more cups of tea, or like for instance, but then marketability doesn't.
What is it with cups of tea?
Oh, across more platforms, across more like
we're talking battle rap, not fucking coffee.
Yeah, but I was just saying like
I just reminds me of I don't fucking talk.
That's it. You want to dip your biscuits?
Video that they used to play to everyone in high school, and it was like, here's the most like elementary school way to explain to children how not to.
Don't touch the stove. No.
It's like if someone says they don't want tea, you don't give them tea. You know what I mean?
It's like a sexual thing, like
no. What?
It's like a It's like a sex ed thing. It's like they make high schoolers watch it, and it's like, all right, if you don't understand what we're telling you when we say don't rape people, this is actually what we mean. So if someone says they want a cup of tea, and then they say they don't want a cup of tea,
they don't want the cup of tea.
They don't want the tea. Yeah. If they say yes to a cup of tea and they fall asleep, they don't want the cup of tea anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
Moving on, because that was bad.
That's quite legit.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it though, but damn, like, how did your mind go to cups?
1999 kids will remember this and why I saw that and what he was saying. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, let's just move forward from that.
Kids.
Because I think I just learned how to do that talk a lot easier, like.
Resource.
That's goddamn. This is why I hate you guys sometimes. Alright. We're not taking a break in like 5 minutes because I'm going to keep laughing. Yeah, we're going to take a break in like 5 minutes and then I'm going to tell you the rest of that stuff.
I feel like someone sick needs to turn on an air conditioner so you can have someone cool on this fucking couch. This place is hot as fuck.
It doesn't help that there's candles burning. I reckon that might be.
Alright, well here's the thing. We're going to go for
isolated candles.
Shout out.
So we're going to go to a break quickly. Alright, and we're going to get it cool in here.
While we're on break, ask some questions and we'll answer them when we come back.
Smoking.
Dude, we've been on for 40.
What are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. It's not even
time flies when you're fun, eh?
Exactly.
Time flies when you're not in the south.
Alright, we'll be back.
Not sleeping makes the days travel a little slower, eh?
Alright, now we're back. Normal.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Yes, he's had it.
Far more rational.
You know how you're not you when you're hungry? Well, we gave him Snickers. Now we want to keep doing all that shit.
Verified.
Yeah, we took our times, man.
I'll
we had
give you
time
a
to-
Snickers story off camera later. It's bad.
That also sounds like
Does it involve your uncle?
that sentence.
Worse than that.
It sounds like a lead into some sort of racist
Sister.
story.
Oh, no. You have to wait for the rest. Anyone wants to know that story, this cannot go on any internet, like it'll get banned.
Alright.
I can't.
Now moving on. Oh no, I'm just trying to cover it
I'm
up.
not here for the story. Yeah.
We got story time to come, so just leave it. Alright, now we got the next battle down the card. I didn't even get to give my predictions on Decay and Fetus. I was just like, I said he'd beat him, and then I didn't actually get to do it. He started doing jokes. So my predictions is, on Decay and Fetus, it'll be razor close, but Fetus will have a massive renter crowd, so he'll win.
Yeah. The whole VIP section would just be a whole bunch of fetuses, bro. And that'd be the loudest side of the room.
Can we just say, the moment we announce tickets, you better make sure, like, you've got money ready to go and buy instantly, otherwise half his family's already waiting there, refreshing that mosh pit space to go on there.
They're already refreshing it now, and it's not even up. I don't know how they got the link for it. That going on. Oh, that was actually a good. I'm sorry, I had to take a second to appreciate my own jokes. No, you gotta fucking appreciate craftsmanship. I was sitting back from afar like, nice. The next battle that we're gonna announce, second from the top. Well, actually, this is the last one to announce because the other one got announced yesterday. So, the last battle to announce, which I'm actually really excited for this one. He had to beg me to go above this one because I was a little bit more excited than I was for his things. He's like, please, don't put me opening match. Like, please, sir, may I have some more on some fucking...
Really?
No. He's talking straight out of his ass.
But it sounds like you though.
Yeah, it does sound like
I've got that exact same hat.
Don't pay.
Mine is.
Not mine. Where did you get yours, though? Memories attached to yours.
I got it for my birthday.
Yeah, well, I got this when I went to Melbourne to battle. It's associated with Battle Rush. Wait, actually, no, I didn't. No, my bad. I got the other Clippers hat. This one I just went to Melbourne and got drunk as and bought it.
That's a crazy memory.
I can't even remember it. It's not, I just realised.
Okay, this big battle.
Alright, this big battle. In one corner, we have the man himself. The other half of the battle of the night, Oscar the Disciple.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this.
You're taking shots at him. He's gonna mention, I'm cool, man.
Okay, Oscar. Okay.
Yeah, Oscar the
I
Disciple
really like this match.
versus Oddist.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
Yeah.
We're all very excited for that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
He hit the roof when I heard about
yeah.
this,
He
bro.
hit the roof when he heard about this one. This one's gonna be.
I scared his
Full
dog.
class.
That's how excited I was, man.
He literally jumped up and down. My dog looked at him like, "What's wrong with you, man?" I think
Yeah,
what's the next floor is? You're more likely to end up on the floor than on the roof.
This is surrounded by a bunch of idiots.
Can I just say, since you mentioned roofies, this is how good my memory is. I'm on the roof, G, working on an epic 10. You'll see.
I
Live
don't
like
like that roof.
concept, but without the huge teeth. It's funny your lyrics.
First off,
You don't even remember it.
Dickle. It is too.
Yes!
From when I was like 17.
Oh, we're going all the way back.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
He's your stand, bro.
Holy shit.
See, that's what I did to Vince as well.
The battle's older than you, man.
No,
It's been 17.
no, it's just for rapping.
Oh, for real?
A song that got released for like 2 weeks, I reckon, and then I canned it. What happened to you?
He downloaded
Oh my
it.
God. Wow.
No, I guess you got a copy of that because I don't.
No, I don't think I do.
I know. He's looking at you now. Do you got a copy of that?
I will look at your YouTube channel and see if it's on there because that's where it was.
No, it's not.
It's the worst thing when you delete all videos and you wish you could watch back on it.
Wow, that's. I don't like.
Archive everything.
I've had this conversation before, right? I feel like sometimes it's a little bit difficult when you go to events and like people come up and whether it's you've performed and they want to, be like, oh, you had a great performance, or maybe you're not performing that specific event, but you've performed in the past and they come up and like, oh, I saw you here.
Here.
It's hard because like sometimes you want to be like, okay, cool, thanks, but also you have to understand that these people like
Want to meet you and want to talk to you.
so you don't want to at all ever be like, you're a fucking weirdo, get out of here.
Yeah.
But like some of them, they're fucking weirdos and they should get out of here. Like it's just fucking difficult sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like, it comes down to it, like, we appreciate the love.
I've got really good memory when it comes to useless shit that's not relevant to me in any way possible. No. What do you mean?
Sorry, Slim, I didn't mean to. I'll still be calling.
No.
PK, hold my earrings.
What I meant is, for example,
Give me my Vaseline.
if I go on the bus and I see where someone's gotten off, I'll remember that forever because it's got nothing to do with me.
So if you
Remember that.
you're not paying attention to plus your
Shout out, class wankers.
wow.
That's half of our supporters.
Yeah, literally. But I bet you half of our battles get watched on buses.
Let me run my memory and see if I remember more of that song.
And they're not even using like, so it's come to the back of the bus. Yeah, you eat, bro. God, you don't like it, get out from the back of the bus then, bro.
Yes. Remember vapes
Nah.
at night thanks to roofies. I'm on the roof, G, having a youth sleep.
Like, can we continue on with this? You just you just chimed halfway in when we were doing predictions and changed the subject completely.
You mentioned one word, it triggered my memory.
Talking about my boss, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, yeah, I appreciate it.
I don't remember this. I don't even remember what song it's from, so that's really impressive.
Anyway, you know.
You keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
Get back to me later. That's fucking
Get back to him after the spread.
When it's not relevant.
Come here be insulted like hosts. That's great.
No, I was trying to insult him. You're cool.
No, you insulted me like 2 bars into the fucking show.
It's like, this is a battle, 2 bars. Bro, I swear you got this shit pre-written. You ain't freestyling right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oscar versus Otis. This could be the fucking battle of the night.
This is one that I think could really steal it.
I like Otis. I've been a fan of Otis for a very long time. Unfortunately, he didn't get a complete battle at the last event. I thought he still had some pretty good material. And Oscar, obviously, battle of the night. That was a very pleasantly surprising performance because I didn't know what to expect. Yeah, wow, this is going to be nuts. I mean, Otis has this weird sort of charisma about him. Like I don't know how to explain the kid, but like he's great. I don't think it's going to be a body at all. I think it's going to be potentially
Razor
a battle of the night. It might just come down to like, if one of them gets their material off cleaner than the other. But if Oscar performs to the level that he did against Decoy, it's gonna be sick.
No, we're not having that. We're not having battle rap die twice, man.
Flip that.
Look, man, I'm sort of in a similar position where I'm thinking it's going to be a really, really close battle. And look, I think it's going to come down to So I reckon Oscar's going to be a little bit better in the department of making word plays and references and that kind of stuff, but Oddist is just fucking hilarious.
He's gonna rip.
So it really, at the end of the day, it's just going to have to come down to what they've got on each other. And I've spoken to both of them about each other. No one knows much about each other. So it's going to be interesting what they actually come out with. I have no idea. I've heard a little bit of what Oddist has got. It's funny, it's Oddist. So that's all I can say, man. But it's going to be, I reckon, Oscar by a smidge.
There was two battles I really, really wanted to set up after they were done. One of them I've got it's in the back of my mind, stored for a future event. That shit's going in a lock and box, and we're trying to chain around that bitch and chugging it in the ocean until I'm ready to fish that prick out. But the other matchup that I wanted to make was this one. I thought this will be, because I watched them perform, and shout out to Bozzy because he put that matchup together. I can't take any credit for that. So he put them two together and both of them performed. So shout out Bozzy, that's all your shit. Credit where it's due all day. But once I had seen them perform, and I was like, oh, I know where I want to take this. And for people that don't know, I'm a long-term storyline kind of guy. So I'll see something I like in the short term and see something that I like in the long term. Or I'll have two ideas and then make my mind up what's the short term and what's the long term. So, but that being said, this matchup is going to be so fucking razor close that I think it's not going to come down to like, he won this round or he won that round. I reckon it's literally just going to come down to personal opinion because people are going to be so divided on how close it is.
That's fair.
Like that was when I put this battle together, I was like, damn, because it's going to come down to not just your personal opinion, but probably your personal beliefs. Well, and that's what my whole thing about this battle was when I made it. I was like, either way,
it's just going to depend on how many church heads are in the room.
No, not even that.
How many people are walking around with
No, it's not even that, because like they both come from a graffiti culture as well. So it's like they both have similarities, but yet are different as people. So it's going to make a really, really entertaining battle. And shout out Oscar, I can see you here and everything, so you'll be loving it. If you're still here. If you're not, well, you missed out, boy. And yeah, last battle of the night to predict got announced yesterday. Avon's versus Big Fuss will be opening the night. It is a tryout still, but it won't be on the same time length as the rest of the night, but it'll still be decent times. It's not fucking shit. So, it'll be 90 seconds instead of 2 minutes for those that are wondering. So, predictions from what you've seen about these people. You know, you've been there at a few streams with them, you know them fucking.
Well, you go first.
Yeah, so he can gain ideas off of you. Off that.
Look, I think I answered this question last time they were meant to battle, but I think Avon's is going to have it. He's hungry, man. Like, I've had a lot of lengthy conversations with him about music and where he wants to go with that. We're both on a very similar sort of wavelength in that regard, and he's hungry in us, man. Like, he wants a body badly. Like, he's walking in for a body. So I reckon he's going to have it just off of that sheer fucking motivation that he's got.
So I would like to ask, and I don't mean this in any kind of disrespectful way, in terms of experience for these guys.
Yeah, what do you call it? Fucking Big Fuss constantly is doing like sets and everything with Damaged Goods.
Yeah, I know he makes music. I fuck with his music.
Yeah.
In terms of actual battles, have either of them battled?
No, this is why it's the tryout. They were meant to be on the last event, but everything happened, and I didn't want to prolong them for ages, so I figured, well, we'll give them the opportunity here because it was circumstance, not actually in their control that stopped that from happening.
Yeah.
So rather than me being unfair and going, well, you just have to wait for 3 months, I thought, well, fuck it. We'll give them the big opportunity on the big stage. And to all you up-and-coming battle rappers, don't be like, oh, I'll pull out of this and get a big opportunity. No. He had a serious reason to be out of it. I'm not going to say it right here. But if it's along those lines, then yes, I will reschedule. But don't think you can go, oh, I'll pull out of this and end up getting a better opponent on a better day, because that's not how it works.
If I was to pull out of this battle, do I get a better opponent?
No.
Is there anybody better than EJ?
No, he's the best. Us.
Gang.
No, not E-Tank. I didn't mean any dispatch. I just tried to
No. First off, it's very factual that there is nobody better than EJ.
I
Personally believe that too.
That's like, I remember your judging decision at the first freestyle event. You're like, yo, bro, this guy was dope. he had sick angles. It sounded like that guy was gonna win, and then you're like, but in Adelaide, the goat is Etang
No,
Wayne.
no. I was like, there's three things promised in this life: death, taxes, and Etang Wayne's the fucking goat. Yeah, look, I saw was that event at the Gov. Avon battled. Avon is a care.
Fish.
Care.
Yeah, exactly. My mum used to say.
Okay, so I saw Avon's that freestyle comp there. He was pretty decent, and then Fuss jumped in the freestyle event at the last one. I can't really call it. I've had more conversations with Fuss. At the last event. My man's was threatening to roll around on the floor. And that really won a big brother's heart. So I'm gonna go with Fuss, but not because I genuinely think he's a better rapper, but just because
Rolling around on the floor is a great fight.
my man's Fuss he was. I don't know. There's just something about that guy that I think is cool.
Wait, for a little bit of backstory on that, so people understand. If you weren't in the South Stream yesterday,
Can I tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So towards the end of the last event, there was it's a long event, so they'd been drinking and stuff like that. A little bit of just people talking shit or whatever, and it threatened to get a little bit out of hand, but we got it under control. And while we had it under control, Big Fuss walked around and
look out.
speaking of it. What's up, brother? And Big Fuss walked up and to try and calm things down. He was like, "Bros, if you want me to roll around on the floor, I'll roll around on the floor. I got this. Let's do it, bros." And I was like, "It's cool, man. Chill. We got to calm down." And he's like, "Nah, bros, I'm right here. If anyone's gonna roll around on the floor, it's gonna be Big Fuss." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Guys, let's just chill the fuck out." So for that reason only, Big Fuss maybe replacing E-Tang as the show. After not seeing anything from it.
If you want to fight, I'll roll around on the floor. What's up?
I don't even know what that means. But I was like, what's up about it? Like, this guy knows what's up.
Is it like
symbolic
or
of
something else? Or is it a literal, I'm just gonna lay
But I was like, okay, so he could mean fight, or he could be like, let's just fucking go. I'll just roll around right here. What do you want?
All of you told me to sit to ground. What's up, cuz?
It was so fucking strange. It was like Nate Diaz when he just went. It was so strange.
I might have an explanation. He could be pretending he's having a heart attack. So instead of fighting, they're going, "Help me."
Heart attack, no roll on the floor, bro.
I feel like
Which one's going to
you you come face to face with like apex predators and you're supposed to play dead. Fuss was trying to do that, but he didn't know how to do that. I don't know. I have no idea what he was.
That's some serious.
I'm really curious what Mix's question is going to be on because they know each other on a personal level, so it's going to be a funny one.
What's your question, Miss?
Hey, buddy.
Little buddy.
Just remember, I've got a battle coming up. So anything that you say can maybe used against me. So let's
stay a little bit chill on the comments, my friend.
We will read this question out loud.
He's just like, alright, let me use this time to write a paragraph. Remember that time that you stepped off the curb when we left that Chinese restaurant and shit yourself?
He's gonna ask for a pay raise. Live on air. Say no.
Just calling your bluff, like, yo. Bro, I know we usually have these conversations in private, but...
That's good.
Yeah, is that true?
You know what? It's very true. Can I tell you about Tom went to New York?
No, I reckon you should, though.
Well, it's story time shit.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I do have a story from New York. Yeah, we'll say that. This one's less embarrassing, so that's
because not as good as the chicken one. Though.
Yeah, no, which I'm sure is going to come up in the.
Yeah, probably will.
You
tell him to shake his head.
I feel like I'm gonna walk in the venue and watch Fetus versus DK and see Fetus's arms back like this and think he's a chicken. Just start shaking his head.
So we're all going to get banned from the venue. Everyone's going to start punching on because he tries to shake his
Yes, stay tuned to the end at story time and I'll tell you about the time that I went to New York. I did go to New York twice. I'll tell you about it.
Twice, damn, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you went to like New Jersey and then went back to New York.
No,
No, he went to Old York and then came back. And he was like, "Yeah, I'll see what I built in New York."
There is actually an Old York.
Oh, Jado. What's up, man? How are you? That's you know J-Dub. He used to. I don't know if he still does. He does some shows around Adelaide too.
See, I'm not familiar with a lot of other promoters because I'm like,
This is Adelaide. Everyone's.
yeah, everyone's a promoter. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I was like, fuck, I was gonna have a joke, but you know what? For once in my life, I don't have a joke. That's the joke.
Dead.
Just everyone just goes dead quiet.
Thank you, J-Dub. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah. Look, in terms of organized Ryan family.
Ah, yeah. No, it makes sense.
In terms of Fuss and Avon's, yeah, I'm gonna go for Fuss, but not because I think he's a better rapper or anything like that.
Because he's rolling around on the floor tactics.
Look who just dropped in.
Hey!
Dusky one.
Now the,
Yeah, you're
now
right,
the
my message
stream's
as well.
about to get
Dusky, can I say I saw you online this whole time from when I first messaged you and you did not come online.
Yeah.
You didn't open my message. You're
How
right.
feelings,
Dog.
bro? We thought we were cool. Well, we thought you were cool, actually.
Dusky's talking to me. Dusky's my friend now. Yeah. Yeah.
Already.
It's so have I.
Shout out to all the
Enough like Mama Bear's cookies.
shout out to the mums that actually stick around.
Fucking hell.
Shit just got incredible.
Which leads us to our next sponsor, brought to you by the Child Protective Services of South Australia. No, no.
You want to stand up, you can lay down on this couch like it's therapy. You can stand up.
I do have bones.
I feel about that.
Oh, let's not get into that. That's story time.
And your prediction for the last battle of the night. You missed all the predictions, Dusky. You even missed all the announcements. No?
Aren't we talking about Avon's big?
Oh yeah, you were first. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Fucking.
Dusky been running trains, bro.
Yeah, it's been running trains.
What's your prediction for the battle?
My prediction is,
Mm.
I believe that fucking it'll be close. Big Fuss might get intimidated and roll on the floor.
So good. I wish I could like just wake up and watch that footage every day to like start my day, and then like I would be hyped as fuck.
You need, bro. I'll roll on the floor.
Pull that out next family function.
No, but seriously, I feel like this is one of them stories. The reason I said this battle, put it as the opener, wasn't just because it was a tryout. I figured there was a bit of a story behind it. Like, there'd been a narrative push, like, through this whole story, and I figured no other battle really had, like, as much backstory than this did.
Right.
So I figured, fuck it, like, it creates a bit of a story for everyone to watch, and even though it's a tryout battle, if they both deliver, it'll be one hell of a show.
Outside of battle rap, are they genuine friends?
Yes.
Or they don't like each other?
No, genuine friends.
Friends, okay.
So it'll make for a good show.
Do you feel like either one of them would cross a personal line and say like talk some shit about something that
Maybe, but
people don't know?
maybe, but I feel like they both would have enough respect that if it got to that point where it was a problem, it wouldn't happen then.
Right, okay.
Yeah, right. But I doubt that being that they are friends, that it would even get to that level. Just be like, bro, that was a little cross line.
Yeah,
Then the apology and yada yada.
Yeah.
But that's the way I see it going. But the whole card, overall, for what's possible, right now, it's probably an 8.
8?
Yeah, because like people are doing crazy shit, but the thing is, we don't have the fucking reputation. You know what I mean? But I'm being honest. I'm not gonna say, oh, bro, it's 10 out of 10, and people want to see shit. No, that's where we want to get. We want to be at fucking 2,000 people venues, like he said. We want to be pumping internationals. We want to do shit and run through the card, man. You missed it, lad. There's no running through the card. What?
So the comment just above that.
Can I just say he predicted?
Oh,
Can I just say Dusky actually predicted in the comment not long ago?
yeah, he did predict that. Yeah. But no, fucking, that's the pretty much the thing. And what? Man, don't tempt me, miss, because I'm looking at the man right here like it could. Please, sir, may I have some more?
Look,
Listen to this brown nose man. Me and Oscar have been begging him for a 2v2 battle for ages, bro.
Yeah, but shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Jesus!
Yeah, unfortunately, because we the shortage of lapel mics, we can't do 2v2s.
Yes, we can.
Invest in our Patreon.
Yeah, you're just gonna be smart about it.
You know, the unfortunate thing for someone like Myths or
Two-way splitters.
anybody who
What, he ain't the A-side like
no, anybody who wants to or could potentially come back. I fucking love the attention, and I was scared that somebody else was going to get booked to like come back on this card too, and because I was like, no, this is about me,
And this is my moment in the sun.
How dare you book me, and then you're going to book someone else?
You the one and only battle on the card.
Wait, you haven't told him about the surprise battle.
Yeah, I know, don't worry, you can wait for that one.
It'll be it's just old mate over there just rapping my bars.
From 2012.
Then Myths, honestly, that's the only reason I'm back is because I don't get enough tension in my own personal life, and I need to do it here.
He's like, I'm really craving the attention. Eh? It was either this or I was going to take a gun somewhere. I was going to go and model it for a show. You guys just assume some weird stuff.
I mean, that's incredible.
Just like the gun.
I'm mad. Like, I'm fucking 1 point.
Just outside of Palmer.
Wild in Manham.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that to be said, but yeah, you said that's accurate. Just like the gun is. Alright. On the red carpet, alright, what I'll do is I'll just steal this Persian rug from someone's sick parents, and then I'll just like float it out right down the stair set. We'll pull you up the red
Take
carpet.
the Persian rug and show them the whole new world.
Okay, Aladdin.
Ooh.
No, but yeah, get to talking with us, man. What we'll do is we'll get you in return.
Dusky, okay. I want. Can I run through quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Dusky. So we had Big Fuss versus Avons. We had Otis versus Oscar the Disciple.
Yes.
We had DK versus
With an A.
Fetus.
Yeah, beat us.
And then we had Someone Sick versus Pell. And then we had Etang Wang versus me. So, predictions in the comments.
Who you got winning? Take L's and W's.
I want win, loss, but also like who's taking the rounds? Is it 2-1? Is it 3-0?
Don't give him too much homework, man. He'll be
Yeah.
talking all night.
It's just like,
This you want interaction, right?
yeah, exactly.
And Dusty
What's up?
clearly doesn't have anything else to do on a Saturday night, so
He's like, dude,
Or a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
also at some point in the future I would like to see Dusty versus Otis in like a battle of the mullets.
Well,
And the loser
gonna get
has to
to
shave
shave.
it.
Or like Kurt Angle style.
The loser has to shave the mullet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a bit of a risky one.
Dusky would be hungry for that one. I got Dusky on that one, 3 no body.
Are you serious? We're talking about mullets.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah,
Mullets.
yeah.
No, I'm saying that like they both take it very seriously. There's no saying who wins that. And if the person loses, the other one's getting very angry.
I feel like
Mm.
I don't know, Otis has a very strong mullet.
Yeah.
Dusky has a very long mullet.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both.
What? And Otis has a very tall mullet, and Dusky has a very small mullet.
No, it's look. Ultimately,
This is about all mullets.
I feel like all mullets matter.
Make mullets and form.
Yeah, look, I feel like that would be a matchup that Dusky would lose.
I'm not commenting on it because this is not my job as a host. I'm not the one that's making the judges' decisions.
I've just come back to like just
This
everything.
is what I'm glad of, bro. This is the one thing you could never do the first time round.
No, yeah. Dude, I used to hate that. I used to have to book guys that I genuinely was like, you fucking suck. but for whatever reason, people like you.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shot. And I didn't.
Feel like you were looking into my soul. You said that.
I was booking you. No, but like sometimes you have to do that. You have to be like, for the greater good of this event or this scene, for whatever reason, you have a following. I don't particularly like you, but I
But
understand
you got
that.
some hype, so I've got
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
And so sometimes I would have to book people that I didn't like, and then I could never. I mean, I could, but it would be incredibly unprofessional for me to be like,
Oh, he's fucking whack.
this guy sucks, because I had just booked him. And so now to be in this position where I don't have to worry about that. Like I said, I don't have to worry about the event. I don't have to worry about how many people show up, whether I cover costs, whatever. I can just focus on what I have to do
Exactly.
and write half of his material, and that's all I have to do for the event.
It's a good job too.
These are some really long comments, man.
Jesus, all right, wow.
Has anyone told you have really good football
I get that quite a bit.
eyes? I've never sat this close to you.
He's like, let me sit close.
Dude, it's hot enough.
Big fuss, Avon pulling out. Oh, okay.
Nice, Dusty.
Like, Honest 2-1, experience just edges it. Nice. The Decay 3-0, straight up body. Nice. Someone sick 2-1, the hunger in this Kurdish man is real. And obviously, I have to back my friend, go Camira 3-0. Me against Otis would be a classic because we know each other from back in the day. Yeah, stop trying to sell me on the matchup, mate. You've already got an opponent in the love work, so shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up.
Feel like
Bro, he's talking to everyone. He's like, I want these people, I want that person, I want this person. Bros, this is like
Can
fucking.
I just say, Dusty actually went through the effort of making his own flyer with his own matchups with our logos on it. I've seen it.
It's fucking. I swear, if anyone like, oh, do you know the old fucking? Alright, here's a bit of story time for you guys.
And I'm just gonna say,
I'm telling you the classic story. Do you remember this classic story
I don't know, but he was told me.
about a certain battler that sent another battler to a false event?
Yes, I do. That was the fucking greatest.
Yeah, that was literally the greatest.
That is like a Netflix documentary.
No,
It was so. Can we not? Why are you not?
no,
You're being the professional. I can say this.
yeah, we'll go say the story. I just didn't want to be the guy to do
Yeah.
it.
So back in the day, there was a battler by the name of BK Ultra. He's an incredible battler, but also an even bigger troll.
It's the best troll in Australian history.
And he's goat tier in pretty much both. And I believe I'm not sure if it was him by himself or there was him and his friends. They set up a fake event in Perth and booked that guy Dave, right? And the entire card, top to bottom, was fake. None of these matches existed, and even the event, I can't remember what it was called, but it spelled out like the first letter of every fucking word of this event
Was like jokes.
spelled out like that it was a fucking troll. Right? And that guy Dave booked flights and flew all the way from Victoria to Western Australia for this battle, only to show up and this battle not be a thing. Like
Rocked up and
nobody, there was nothing happening.
apparently rocked up to the venue and people were like eating or some shit. Like it was happening.
And then I think he ended up like linking up with Darko, that guy Dave. Like Darko maybe felt sorry for him because Darko was also an outcast.
Friends thing later.
Yeah, but that's arguably the greatest troll I've ever fucking heard. Because to get from Melbourne to Perth would be fucking expensive.
It's so expensive.
He would have booked hotels.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
A hotel room. Everything about it. He prepared for months, which is time consuming. And yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's such a great story.
See, this is the thing. That story is so amazing, but at the same time, it's like a whole different level of brutality.
It's so, yeah. Look, just to do it to somebody and be like,
Who gives a shit?
Nobody gives a fuck because nobody was like, oh man, that's not cool.
Yeah, everyone like thought it was funny as fuck.
Yes. It was the best thing ever.
And I'm just saying this from the staff perspective. I do not condone this, so you won't be seeing us like putting people in fake events and like.
And if there's a fake event with our logos, we're going to call it out. Because we don't want people buying tickets that don't exist. Shout outs to the Fetus family.
But they're like our main ticket supporters, and shout out on Patreon too, because they're our main Patreon supporters.
Are they?
Yeah,
That's look. You need that though. That's good. I just make the venue bigger.
exactly. Knock out a wall, bro.
Work out how many tickets they get
fetuses.
over the next couple couple events. Average out how many tickets they buy, and make sure the event is like just such and such size plus whatever their tickets, so they can buy tickets and you can still sell it.
Just 200 general admissions and then 150 feet. Sounds like an abortion clinic online.
But honestly, if you can bring that many people to watch you battle, fucking good on you.
Yeah, seriously. Rent a crowd is real.
I used to beg people because I had a +1. I was like, look, it's free. Come on, please.
So, how would you want to come to an event that you're battling?
Yeah, yeah.
How much then?
He just said he could not give his free ticket away.
We might need to put you on the bottom of the card next time.
You can battle in the alleyway next to the venue.
You can just battle the street light that keeps blinking in the alleyway. And stop blinking, bruz, before I light you up. No, it's just so stupid. But yeah, we've been having a good stream tonight. We've pretty much predicted everything. Now, any like predictions you have outside of the event for like battlers where you see them in a year or so?
Would you like to
I'll let you marinate on that one first.
marinate?
Yeah.
Hell, I did that. This is gonna be like a fucking hour and a half clip of me and Hey just flirting. It's stupid.
He's just gonna come out with this. Come on.
No, so what I noticed after the last event, from a perspective of not being a battler but just being somebody that has been closely associated with the scene, I noticed 4 or 5 different guys just from that event that I think have a lot of potential, and you and I spoke about this as well. I was very impressed with DK. I was very impressed with Oscar, considering that was their first.
Yeah.
I really, there was certain things that both of them did throughout their battle that are like not. It's not what somebody would be doing in their first battle.
Yeah.
I've said this to DK. I think that might have been the start of your 3rd round. He just kind of like casually shuffles up next to Oscar, which shows like a level of like confidence and like, dude, who are you? Like, that's not a small thing to do, but it's like it shows.
It was a small thing to do because he's really tall.
Walking up. Interjecting this
He's
just
standing under his
him doing that well confirmed to me that like the whole way I'd been telling all the newcomers like prepare in this manner and make sure that you're ready in this time frame actually worked. So now I've got like a frame moving forward to have like guideline to tell new guys because it actually fucking works.
Absolutely. But also, correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't have as much prep as you wanted to. Is that correct?
No, he made alterations.
Yeah, I made I started screwing around with it at the last minute, like right at the last minute. But the funny thing was, in all of that,
yeah, that's what I was telling him the day before. I was like, bro, this is fucking asking a joke.
Yeah, but like the funny thing is, like I added a whole scheme that was maybe like 8 to 12 bars in the day before and remembered it immaculately. But there was a scheme that was literally only 4 bars long. It was right at the end of my very last round, and I forgot that, and that was one of the first things I wrote.
Your tool.
Yeah, the whole Makita thing.
Yeah.
Lost it.
Yeah.
Imagine writing about the place you
got. Yeah, I know. The tool.
No, but I
don't have a job for any viewers at home.
Yeah.
Just curious.
I genuinely I was very impressed with both of them. There was it was clear in that battle that both of them could potentially be, great additions to the scene and yeah, and that's the thing. That sort of thing is also big for, to get picked up and battle interstate as well. Because, some point, you guys here at Watch Your Mouth are going to want people from interstate. And people from interstate are going to want people from here.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Keep watching. Trust me.
But like, if nobody's really standing out, nobody's going to get that call.
Exactly.
Right. So I was very impressed with those two. Hell and Etang, I've known of those guys for a while. I've booked them for battles in the past, but the level at which they performed was higher than in the past.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed. But also, again, there's just a few things where they could tighten up.
Just little adjustments.
Yeah, and that will come with experience. That will come with, gaining more comfortability.
It's pretty much, it's not just gaining more comfortability, it's understanding the task as well. Because I feel like that's one of the things.
I feel like for Wayne, he would have been more comfortable not wearing boots. That's where he was going. So more comfortability in footwear, that sort of thing.
You know, if your ankles aren't being strangled, you've got to sit flow.
So yeah, for those two, I genuinely, sandals, rock some sandals.
Jerusalem sandals.
There's Jerusalem sandals.
Chinese safety boots.
But so those two, again, and really hoping that Ethan takes this opportunity and not to look. I said I love the attention, but not to really talk myself up. But I want him to see this as a step up. I want him to feel like I can't just write like the material he brought about against Pell. If he brings that against me, he's done. He's not going to survive.
Yeah, if you're watching this Etang, if you think you're done, you're not done. Go rewrite.
But that's he needs to step up. The fact that I don't know, maybe he's already finished writing his rounds. If that's the case, rewrite them because whatever you've written now is not going to be good enough, and that's how all these guys should be.
Yeah.
If I come back, other people are going to come back. I've already spoken to other people who want to come back.
I've spoken to people that want to come back. I fucking want to come back. So you probably find me at the next event too.
And the other person who look, I feel like Otis sometimes gets a bit of a raw end of the deal because he has great performances, but sometimes the battle as a whole
isn't exactly top tier.
Yeah. And if he got an opportunity like this battle with Oscar, if Oscar is what Oscar was against DK, and Otis is
honest, it's gonna be fucking,
and it's gonna be a great look for him.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a great look for both of them.
So that's 5 guys that I feel like would have like a good future for this stuff.
And that's like, and trust me, I'm letting the cat out of the bag. I'm not going to tell you, but we have literally already done putting together the next tryout event. We have like fucking another 7 dudes that are going to roll through like the rankings. So who knows? We could have 2 more dudes that are absolutely crazy. But there's nothing that is stopping us. And the thing is, and that's just here locally in Adelaide. If we're pulling rosters like this from one of the smallest cities in Australia, massive shit's going to happen.
I definitely am excited to see what happens, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping that there is a trickle down effect from.
Yeah,
I said to Elusive today, I'm trying to bridge this gap between the older generation and the new generation.
That's what I said to you when I was like approached you about all this because like a little bit of inside information.
I think I think sometimes and I experienced it when I started Real Talk Adelaide because before I launched that. I was going to launch 456 Battle League without the Real Talk branding. And it was very hard because nobody outside of Adelaide knew what 456 was.
This is the thing, I can see it. When it comes to like not knowing what it is, heaps of these people are hesitant just because they don't know the production value, the team, the ideals behind it, the formats, everything. There's heaps of variables. So once you see like, oh, they're doing the format we want, they're doing the quality we want, they're the type of personalities they want, they're doing the promotion right. That's when people start to go, oh yeah, this is actually viable.
Absolutely. And another thing for me is like I can see it already. This is the second time I've been on this podcast. We've hung out before. Like I can see that what you guys are doing and the direction you're going is a positive one. I didn't want to wait a year, 2 years down the track and then be like, okay, now I'll jump in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I wanted to be one of the first to, like...
Exactly, and that's the thing, and we're going to show you mad love fucking just for being one of them people, because you're helping us become a platform. Because at this point, this is what I try to explain to people. It's in the fucking word. When you say, oh, jump on this platform, it should be a platform. The battlers on the platform shouldn't necessarily be bigger than the platform itself. You know what I mean? It's about growing it so when everyone gets on the platform, you know what I mean?
Except for me.
Yeah. Oh, right, I'm trying to say, right, this is the point. When we're packing out 3,000 people venues, you know what I mean? It's a collective of like the fucking general thing. And then it becomes a platform because it's actually pushing people up to a higher point. Because it's in the fucking word, platform. A platform doesn't have like less because then technically you're the platform.
Wow, it's a mezzanine.
The jokes have been wild tonight. If you're enjoying the jokes, fucking chime in. It's just you can tell he's getting comfortable now. He's coming back definitely.
Oh, dude, I was driving back from Madden with such a swag. I was like, I'm gonna clown everyone.
I'm on business.
I was saying to Dusky last night. I was like, yeah, we were just watching the South Stream, and we just started like talking shit. And then the more the night, like the more the stream went on, it was just like, yeah, we're running this shit.
This is our stream.
Just
motherfucker.
clown everyone.
Oh fucking hell.
But that's also what battle rap should be, right? Like, it's fun. Obviously, it's competitive, but also ultimately, it's just a bunch of guys like roasting each other.
Exactly.
Like, just shut the fuck
Like
up.
it literally being fucking crude about it is nothing but a vocal dick measuring contest.
That's weird.
Like really? Really?
That's the line. That's the line.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a certain line that you don't cross. And I crossed it.
Yeah, vocal dick measuring.
All right. Yeah, all right.
That's what you said.
All right, Mr. Chicken Feathers.
Like what's that dude from fucking Home Alone when he gets tarred and feathered?
Oh yeah, that guy. Whatever his name is.
Yeah, but that's my yeah, that's like
Oh, this is
doing
funny.
that. I do.
Alright, what we're gonna do is because it's getting a little hot in here, we'll go into a break for like 5 minutes, you know, be an absolute G.
Dusty's just came back.
Yeah, I know, 4 bars.
You can wait there.
No, and we'll be back for story time and then we're gonna end off. So think about your stories, boys. We'll be back. We are back. It's my favourite time of the night. It's story time. And tonight we didn't really have any stories. He told us some pretty good stories before. But I got a story, and I'll tell you the story before. I think it was my second battle for real talk. I was no, third actually. Sorry, because there's that one that didn't get released.
Who did you battle?
It was elusive.
Okay.
Before I went to the show, and before I say this, I'm just going to put a disclaimer. At this time in my life, I wasn't exactly the most sober person. We'll put it that way.
As opposed to now.
Yeah, as opposed to now. At least I only smoke bombs.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus, what's in me? If I was like for anything else, please.
No.
Alright. At this point in my life, I wasn't exactly the most sober person. So I'd had a little bit of fun before I went to the venue, and then one of my other friends goes, "Oh, do you want to take this, we'll say for the sake of this, medication." Had a Red Bull symbol on it, alright? So it was a special type of medication. I took this Red Bull symbol, and I hear Cam about 10 minutes later. I didn't realise how fast time had gone, because obviously these things were kicking my ass. I just hear, "Soap suds to the stage, soap suds to the stage." Meanwhile, at this time, I've got good pukes going on, so I'm in the toilet, just fucking vomiting everywhere, all in this toilet. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, "Soap suds, and I'm just like, yeah,
Are you not showing?
yeah. And so he's like, I'm literally power chucking, like, good puking, can't stop. I'm like, oh no, this is just about, because Fresco had just done that thing where,
Against Ill Will.
yeah, no, against Saurus, I think it was, at Blackout, where he's like, starts choking from all the coke in his throat.
No, that was Ill Will.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, literally, he just done that. So I'm in the toilet, it's like, dude, come on, stop. But, and then I remember I was like, fuck it, I'm just going. I was like, if I'm standing there, like, gagging to stop. And that's why, you remember how I yelled, like, "Shut the fuck up," at that cunt in the background? He got hell angry.
Yeah.
That's because I was, like, managing to hold it down, and this prick was making a noise. So I'm like, dude, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna lose it. And then these guys kept talking, I'm like, shut the fuck up, I'm getting ready for the battle. And yeah, that's my story. I'm fucking destroyed.
I remember. Look, I remember trying to get you to the stage, and nobody knew where you were.
Yeah, it's I'm in the bar.
Yeah. Had no idea you were Eminem 8 Mile. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I come out and do like the sickest battle, like just after I projectile puked my guts out. Yeah, good story. This is what I mean about like when people are like, "Oh, I had excuses," bro. I'm literally before I started battle rap, I still have severe anxiety. For some reason, battle rap doesn't make me anxious anymore. So, but before that, woo, the most hectic fucking anxiety before battles ever.
That's yeah.
I power chuck every time I go on stage. Like before, at some point in that day, I'll do it.
Is that because of nerves, or you have said to me that most of the time when you perform, you intoxicated or something else?
Usually it's anxiety related. So like I'll usually get intoxicated just before a show to stop that anxiety, but I'll wake up that day freaking the fuck out and I'll just chuck at some point. Whether it's like as soon as I get out of bed or just before I get on stage, I get the fucking mum spaghetti going on, get it out my system, and then drink a few CCs and I'm sweet.
And literally, I'll tell you guys, this is how bad my anxiety used to be before battles, like before the elusive, before thing. I used to be bedridden for days, like literally 2 or 3 days beforehand, just with crippling anxiety, like
Yeah, right.
shitting myself about what was about to happen.
You know what's nuts, right? Is right now, like I'm doing this. Feet wet in your vagina.
Stop dumping your feet in the pool,
Man.
Fucking.
How are you? I genuinely hope that you know, we can put on a really good show, and you know, I'm hoping that the opportunity is worth it for you. I genuinely mean that. So let's go. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. What I can say though is like right now, obviously this is to also help promote the battle, right?
Yeah.
Right now, thinking about the battle, I am anxious.
Yeah.
In my stomach, sitting on this couch, and I can't explain why because the battle's still like 2 months away almost, right? However, I have been so conditioned that once I'm on stage or once I'm in a pit,
It goes away.
that's my element, right?
Yeah.
It used to get really bad to the point because I have social anxiety as well.
Same here.
So it used to get so bad that if I had a job interview, if I had anything, Daniel never went to that, but Camira did.
That's why.
Right? And I walked in with this level of confidence. Not like I wasn't like, "Sup, motherfucker." Like,
Yeah, that's
but
like
I just had a level of confidence about me.
that's literally I said that in my self-evaluation song. It's like fucking when I'm talking about like from two different perspectives, and I say like Scott, you used my name when you felt weak.
Yeah.
Like literally referring to that.
It's strange, man. Like, you know, I'm older now,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling this way. But I do know with my experience, once I get on stage, that's it. I can do that shit.
That's
But
what
also,
I'm saying.
if I was to stand up in front of like 200, 300 people and give a fucking a display about some fucking scholarship thing, I'd fucking be anxious and I'd be sweating bullets and nervous and all that stuff. But if I had to stand up in front of 300 people and rap,
Yeah. So cool.
it's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy to me.
This is the thing I
Can't explain it.
realized when it comes to that. Like, this is one thing when I took a step back and I started to look at the whole brighter picture. I realized that actually isn't hard. You're thinking about now, you're like, yeah, rap. But the thing is, when it comes to battle rap, we are just keynote speaking with a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like, so if you look at it subjectively, you could do it. It's just you doubt your ability of it.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I reckon, like, in the last few years, I've become a lot better with that myself, is realizing, like, don't doubt your own abilities. Just do it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one thing that a lot of people will struggle with.
And that's what's interesting, right? Is when you said this to DK before, when I battle, I don't feel like I've got to prepare for a battle with DK. I'm preparing for a battle with myself.
Yeah, with your last performance.
My performance is what matters. If he's great, that's fucking great. If he's not, I'm still going to do what I need to do.
Exactly.
Right? And that's what's important to me. That way I can't get anxious about the situation or the level of pressure. When I battled LJ, who was the Real Talk champ at the time, that was the biggest battle I had at that point, right? Till E-Tanks. That was the biggest battle I had. And I didn't let it get to me because I was like, I just have to do me.
Yeah.
Whatever he does, he's going to do. I just have to do me. However, this one, it's a little bit different for me because this to me isn't just a battle. There's a purpose behind it. I genuinely feel like I don't want to let you guys down. I genuinely feel like I want you guys to go, fuck, that was a great fucking decision. Who can we match him up against next?
This is the thing. I want you to feel like you did when I battled Khan. Even though I lost, you're like, yeah, he's verified his spot.
Right.
That's exactly
and that's the thing. I've been. How long was Real Talk Melbourne? Like
5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe, because you were on. That was the Cortez card, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Right. That's a long fucking time. Right. I've grown a lot personally. I've grown a lot musically, and now it's like, okay, I have to a certain extent prove that I still have it as well.
Yeah, this is the thing. A lot of fucking battle rappers. This is the thing. You look at it the right way because a lot of battle rappers will look at it from the other perspective, like, oh, my resume should speak for itself. Even though I haven't, like, you, if anything, your resume should speak for itself. The last battle was the Real Talk champion. Like, if anyone was in the position to say no to this matchup, it was you.
Right.
Like, so, but you still accepted it, and that sets a good precedent.
That's what I mean. There's a different level of nerves, but not because I don't have faith in my own ability, not because I think I'm going to be shit. Because of the end result, because of what it means.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
To me, especially, like I said, I mean, I'm big with like proving myself and showing that I deserve a spot or an opportunity, whatever it is.
To excel from where you're sitting at the present moment.
Right, and that's what this is. And I'm not at all. No offense, but I'm not at all sitting there going, "What about him? What's he gonna do?" Because it's more important what I do.
But this is the way I approach every battle too. It's not about like what they write or anything. I couldn't give a shit about what they write. It's just knowing that like if I'm doing me and doing it the best I can, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the best way to think about it. Because when it comes to battle rap, like and this is the thing for all you new battlers too. When you first battle, you want to be like, I want to be like this person. I want to be like this person. I want to do what this person does.
Yeah.
And then over time, that whole idea of like all these people, and I think that just comes with being a battler for a long time. It's not like you stop wanting to do them things.
Yeah.
But you start realizing that you can be yourself rather than trying to be that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it. So yeah, because of that, like you know, it's so strange, man. Like I said, I'm sitting here right now. I feel anxious,
You know, but it's a good type of
but
anxious.
like I know when
I
the
feel
when
anxious if someone's sick with us in the same room.
You know what? I was actually fine, and then I saw him lift his shirt up and show his belly.
And boom, instant
And
anxiety.
at that point, I was like, "Oh,
He's harmless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the R word."
That's a wrong topic.
But yeah, so like that's a big thing that plays with mentally. Story time. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, and I'm hoping that Etang is still in the stream because I feel like this is a pretty good story. I don't want to toot my own horn, but my last story was goat tier.
Yeah, no, let's go.
People have been talking about that every stream. You guys talk about it,
Yeah.
so that's good. Okay, so when I was 8 years old, I moved to Madam, right, on the river, and I lived there until I was 16. When I was 15, which meant I was in year 10, I started suffering really bad from depression, and I stopped going to school,
Yeah.
right? And I started doing homeschool. So every month we would pick up like a package from the school of
Yeah, educational
stuff to study. However, when I went home, I just played video games. I didn't do homeschooling.
Yeah.
My parents went to work. I played video games, did some chores around the house.
Everything's good.
That was it, right? Because for me, I was there for another 6 months, and then we were moving back to Adelaide. Because I lived on the other side of the river, and my parents worked in town. The only way I could get in town was if I left when they went for work early in the morning, right? So I didn't. And I stayed home on the other side of the river, away from all my friends. Nobody knew that I was still living in the town. Right? I was 15 years old.
That's crazy because Madam's such a small place,
Yeah.
man. Everyone's sniffing each
Nobody
other's
fucking knew, right? And then it was coming up to New Year's, and I was like, you know what? Moving back to Adelaide in January, I'm gonna hit up my friends. We're gonna do something for New Year's.
Yeah, give a send off. Yeah.
They're gonna fucking lose their mind because I like this battle. I'm coming back. It's gonna be fucking big, right? New Year's Day, my mom comes down to Adelaide, and I've done a little bit of research, and I get her to take me to the hairdressers, and I go see a white girl named Brittany, and I ask her for cornrows, right? So this white girl, Brittany, not an African Nubian queen, but $70 or $80 an hour to braid my hair, right? And it took 3 hours to braid my hair in cornrows. My hair also wasn't very long, so I had braids at the top, and then on the sides, I looked like fucking Coolio because I had like tiny little ones just poking out all over the place. After this, we went to Sports Power, and I bought like a 5XL baseball jersey, and I bought a LeBron James headband, and I looked like fucking Allen Iverson's Wish. So I've got the sweatband, I've got these fucking wristbands, I've got this oversized jersey, and I'm fucking fly. I'm like Nelly St. Lunatic's fucking fly. This was New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. We come back into town. None of my friends know that where I've been or anything like that. And then, but a couple of days beforehand, I contacted like one of my better friends and told him I was going to be in town. So New Year's Eve, meet up with him at the Pretoria, which is like one of the pubs in the main street.
That's the fancy one out of the two of them.
Yeah, that's the good one.
I know people who work there. Shout out. I'm gonna say names though.
I used to work one that worked there.
I was there with Elusive today. Shout out to them. Anyway,
and the creepy guys that always order their food.
So I rock up to the Pretoria, and I've got this fucking sweatband. I've got these cornrows. I'm dripped out. And I'm like, when I walk up, they're going to go, shit. And I walked up, and the first thing someone said was, what the fuck have you done to your hair? And I was like, no, and they're like, who the fuck are you, like, what are you doing? And immediately I was like, I've got like another 7 hours of this. This is...
I done fucked up.
This is a nightmare. Everybody that I saw after that immediately was like,
what the fuck have you done?
Gross. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Now, also, because I hadn't been in the, at school for like 6 months, rumors had started spreading that like I had got some girl pregnant and I had to leave school to start working full time at 15, right? And I was like, this is a pretty cool rumor. And now, look at me. I look like a fucking rap star. Of course I got some girl pregnant at 15. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's all. Sorry if you can't.
And as the night went on, like, you fucking drinking, you're fucking around. My braids are like slowly falling out because my hair's not long enough to like
Hold them in. Yeah.
So now the sides have gone like all fucking frizzy and because obviously when you braid it like it's crops over it. So the ones on the side are just like
Freezing out.
and I can't. My headband won't do anything to keep them down. I just look fucking stupid. And it was so fucking like embarrassing. And I did it to myself. I know I did it to myself. But I genuinely I was like, you know what? They're gonna think I'm so fucking cool. They haven't seen me in months. I'm gonna walk up looking like this and they're gonna be like,
when your plan explodes in your face.
because here's the thing, when you live in Manor, if you make it out of Manor, everyone's like,
he made it to the city.
He made it.
Yeah.
You feel like someone made it out the hood. You're like, they're gonna come back for me. They're gonna come back for me. That's how this. And I genuinely felt because nobody had heard from me in like 6 months, they were gonna be like, he fucking made it. And then they see me walking like this, and they're gonna be like, and they didn't. They were just like, you look like a fucking idiot. And my fucking hair cost like $250. It didn't last all night. Like I had fucking 3 braids up top by the end of it. I looked fucking stupid. And so that's my story, man. There's a lot more that goes into it because there was like a little fucking heartbreak shit that happened at midnight, and I looked like shit.
Nothing better than getting your heart broken at midnight.
No, okay. You know what? So we'll continue the story. So I went to a friend's house, right? And he lived up near the footy oval, right? And this girl that I was so in love with her. I had a massive crush on this girl. And I'd been contacting her saying, look, I'm coming back to Manham for the night. We should catch up just one last time because I'm moving, I'm going back to Adelaide or whatever. And she was like, oh, I'm at this family thing, but maybe you could come and see me like just before midnight. And I was so far away and I was 15, so I didn't drive and I was also drunk. So I was like, I have no fucking clue how to get there. And then it was like 11:30 and I was like, I need to get there before midnight. If I can get there before midnight, she'll kiss me. It'll be fucking right because I'm this person like I believe in
hopeless romantic.
Yeah, I believe in destiny and all that shit, right? So fucking fat little 15-year-old me, baggy jeans, oversized jersey, fucking running as fast as I can.
So I just started running.
I don't know how fucking far it is in terms of measurement, but like it's a while, right? And I'm fucking running. I'm like, I need to get there at midnight because that's fireworks go off on the river. It's gonna be so fucking romantic. And I get there and she's at the top of these fucking stairs that go off the main street. And I fucking run up the stairs. And I'm not in shape. I'm less in shape than I am now, and I'm not in good shape now. And I'm like, I need a fucking. This is it. And I get there, and she's like, I have to go back to the party, but it was really nice to see you. And she gave me a hug and then left. And I was like, oh,
Literally, my heart.
I'm not sure if it's a heart attack or my heart's broken right now.
And you're like, either way, I ain't running for no bitch again.
And I'm like, now I'm gonna fucking walk all the way back to this fucking friend's house. And she didn't like the cornrows either. And I looked like shit at that point compared to what I did at like 5 o'clock. So yeah, that's my story.
Like, it was a rough night.
Dude, it did not go at all how I thought it would go. Once I got my hair braided by a white girl named Brittany, I should have known.
It was not going to go well. Damn you, Brittany. Oops, she did it again.
Every time I drive past where the hairdresser was on fucking Anzac Highway, I drive past it. I don't think it's a hairdresser.
It's just like, fuck.
But I see it and I'm like, oh, this fucking.
Can I just say this?
5 on 5.
It was like 19 years ago.
Yeah, well, she did it again and then played with your heart.
She was toxic.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna let you get your last comments in. Fucking, if you've got anything else to say.
And on next week's stream, DK will have braids.
My hair's not long enough. You heard.
Yeah, you're right.
Mine wasn't either, bro. It's okay.
He's looking at Brittany right now.
We're gonna be okay.
Don't worry. It's all going to be fine.
And then you go to a stream down south and some dude in a blue hoodie says braids.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so fit.
Easy.
See, we were saying it would have been funny if you rocked up in a blue hoodie.
That's what. Yeah, you asked me.
You got a message to him like, please tell me you got a blue hoodie.
If you had rocked up, you'd be like, hey, see?
I don't know who that girl was.
You mean you don't know who he was, as in, like, he's yourself?
Nah, they were like, oh, he's a rapper, look him up. I was like, okay, what's your rap name? What's your name? And he's like, Nathan. Like, cool, okay. I'll just
Looks up
shove
Nathan.
that in. Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that information? Thanks, Nathan.
Hey, what's your street name? Little Marco. Yeah. No, I was like, what's your street name? Little Marco? You live on the street called Little Marco? Alright, yeah, we're gonna just go to a stream ending soon screen. If you have anything to say, we might come back and answer it. If not, we're out. Peace.